Who are the two appointed election commissioners for the 2024 Loksabha elections? The answer is option A, Sukhbir Singh Sandhu and Ganesh Kumar. When was the first Lok Sabha election held in India? The answer is option C, 1952. What is the minimum voting age for participating in Lok Sabha elections in India? The answer is option C, 18 years. The 61st Amendment in 1989 to the Constitution of India reduced the voting age from 21 to 18-year age of citizens. How many phases the 2024 general election held? The answer is option A, 7. When did women in India first gain the right to vote? The answer is option C, 1923. Between 1919 and 1929, all of the British provinces, as well as most of the princely states, granted women the right to vote and in some cases allowed them to stand in local elections. The first victory was in the city of Madras in 1919, followed by the Kingdom of Travancore and the Jalawar state in 1920. The Rajkot state granted full universal suffrage in 1923 and elected the first two women to serve on a legislative council in India. In case of death of a candidate of a political party during an election, within how many days does it have to field another candidate? The answer is option B, 7. Which state government recently launched the Mahtari Vandan Yojana scheme? The answer is option C, Chhattisgarh. A monthly financial amount of Rs 1,000 would be provided to women in the state under this plan. Who is the current Chief Election Commissioner of India? The answer is option B, Rajiv Kumar. Since 1st September 2020, he took the charge as the 25th Chief Election Commissioner on 15th of May 2022. How many approximate registered voters are to participate in the election? The answer is option A, in 97 crore. Total 10.5 lakh polling stations with 1.5 crore polling officials and security staff and over 55 lakh EVMs in the election of 2024. Who designed the symbol for the none of the above nota option? The answer is option B, National Institute of Design, NID, Ahmedabad. When is a by-election held? The answer is option B, when a vacancy caused by death or resignation of a legislator needs to be filled between general elections. By-elections occur when an incumbent legislator dies, resigns, or becomes ineligible to continue in office. They are held to fill the vacant seat until the next general election. Which company is the sole manufacturer of the indelible ink used in Indian election? The answer is option A, Mysore Paints and Varnish Limited. What makes the 2024 Indian general election unique in terms of expenses? The answer is option C. It is the most expensive election ever, not only in India but globally. How many general elections has India held until 2024? The answer is option C, 17. The 2024 Indian general election marks the 17th Loksabha election since the first one in 1952. What is the maximum number of seats a party needs to form a government in the Loksabha? The answer is option A, 272. A majority of 272 seats out of 543 is required for a party or coalition to form the government. Which state will have legislative assembly elections simultaneously with the 2024 Lok Sabha elections? The answer is option B, Andhra Pradesh. Members of Election Commission are appointed by The answer is option B, President of India. What system is used to elect members to the Lok Sabha? The answer is option A, first past the post. India uses the first past the post system where the candidate with the most votes in a constituency wins the seat. Which amendment to the Indian Constitution abolished the 2 seats reserved for the Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha? The answer is option B, 104th Amendment. The 104th Amendment removed the provision for nominating 2 members of the Anglo-Indian community to the Lok Sabha. In which district was the first vote of independent India's general election cast? The answer is option A, Chini, also known as Kinnaur, Himachal Pradesh,